Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Let's get into what's going on right now in the world of crypto. We're going to be talking about XRP and the likes of ADA as we do talk Cardano and XRP a lot on this channel. Kind of in this video, it's going to showcase them as two of the top cryptos that are doing exceedingly well despite seeing a little bit of a pullback as of recent. And coincidentally, these are cryptos that I do favor and have high conviction in. We talk about them every single day. So this one will go good for both communities. And there probably is a lot of overlap. So a lot of you guys watching that do hold XRP, I'm sure you do hold Cardano as well and vice versa, similar to what I do. All right, so let's get into the conversation. For those of you that are new here, a couple minutes of your time, we'll get you guys on your way. We'll look at the overall market. Make sure you all hit that like button. Please subscribe down below and join us here on the channel. Okay, so we're going to be looking at kind of the storyline here that we are seeing a lot of Cardano and XRP whale activity. Now, this is something where as we look into some of the figures, the whales are thriving. They're doing well. And I actually saw something the other day within XRP right now as it currently stands and above, I think it was $3.06, something crazy like it was something silly like 90% of the whales are profitable at that level. Okay, so we're in that profit zone for the majority of XRP holders. I think that goes for a lot of you guys as well. And we're going to continue to talk about kind of what's going on. First, I do want to shed light on the overall market. And that's where we can see right here, guys, as we dive into the crypto bubbles, you can see the overall market is down. All right. And sometimes we wake up Mondays, it's just a weird thing where we do trade well over the weekend. And then for no rhyme or reason, there's some flow of capital that's kind of exiting crypto and into more stable traditional assets. And we do see that shuffle that causes that cascade of effects that has a little domino effect on the charts. Okay. But sometimes that's good. Okay. We want to see kind of rotation of capital. We don't want to see just people buying and holding. We want to see crypto being traded and transacted. Okay. And yes, it is great if we just buy and hold, if everybody and more people are adopting crypto into their lives and buying and holding. But more so, we need the whales to start trading, okay? And that's what we're going to be talking about here in this video. XRP currently trading at $3.06, and this is where we see a kind of a short loss, 1.3% on the day, and Cardano, respectively. They've been on kind of a tangent, right? They've been outperforming a lot of the top cryptos as we look at the last, I would say, week in the top 100. The one crypto, you can see Cardano and Chainlink pretty much at the top of the list in the top 5 of the best movers over the last 7 days. Those are cryptos that I do talk about a lot. And you guys know me from maybe my Cardano and XRP content, but Chainlink is one of my higher conviction plays out there as well in the space. You'd have to go a little bit deeper if we were going to look into the leaderboard for basically the last month as we shift gears and you want to talk about kind of where we're at. It's something where they're down the board a little bit, but still Cardano up 11% over the last 30 days. Okay, but this is kind of what we came here to talk about. The whale activity hitting multi-month highs despite this crypto pullback that we're seeing. All right, so we're going to talk about that. Please remember, guys, that none of this is financial advice. Also, I do want to share with you guys a word from my sponsor, BITUNIX, one of the sponsorships within the exchange world that I am affiliated with. All right. If you do register up to September 11th, you will get a 10 USDT bonus into your futures account. Also, 25% deposit bonus up to 2,000 USDT. So who doesn't like a free 400 USDT into their futures account? Sign up today, understand their terms and conditions. There's over 3 million plus global users of BITUNIX, one of my favorite exchanges in terms of an interface as well. So at the very minimum, download the app, click my link down below to receive this perk and check out what they have to offer after you do your research and due diligence, okay? But back into kind of what we came here to talk about. We did see Bitcoin drop early Monday down to that 114,000 level as we have seen a lot of liquidations ensue. Now, despite all this, Cardano and XRP whales continue to buy crypto, all right? This is where we see a respective 3.7 and 6.2% in the last 24 hours, according to some of the data from CoinGecko. Now, this is something where you look into a senior associate from Bitwise Europe, okay, Max Shannon, saying the recent correction from the last 2 weeks of exuberance is healthy for the markets. I kind of agree with that. That's kind of what I said a little bit earlier, okay? And the on-chain data is providing a lot of strong evidence for the contrarian trend that we are looking at. And I always say, follow the whales, follow the money. Now, data from Sentiment is showing that these whales that do hold at least $100,000, okay, they hit a 5-month high for both of these cryptos in August. Now, I know we're just basically not even 3 weeks in, guys, but something to talk about within this. Cardano whales have accumulated 30 million tokens. Okay, that's roughly 5.55 billion for Cardano, and XRP 6.72 billion total as of today, August 18th. Now, that's something very exciting to celebrate, right? That's a huge number. That's a 5-month high in terms of whale accumulations and that data that's coming out. Okay. But the decline that we have seen within the net taker volume, right? This is where we've seen the seller aggression is reducing, but the price is going down. Okay, that's something where we will see this fade. So everybody says it's cliche, but buying the dip. Now, buying the dip before it goes up, you don't want to catch it on a green day. But if we do have the chance to buy the dip, and this does kind of stick to the trend, this contrarian trend that we're looking at, this could be a nice little opportunity if we are out there in the market trying to, per se, swing trade Cardano and or XRP. For me, in my personal financial journey, I'm more of a holder when it comes to this. I buy at the very lowest price and I hold because I believe in the long-term prosperity of both of these cryptos, okay? Obviously, crypto is volatile and I don't have that crystal ball, but this is something where as we look into it, we have kind of seen that there is a kind of an avenue where we could see some more downside, okay? And that's just crypto in general, okay? There's always a potential for more risk, more volatility. And I think that right now, as we look at it, the one thing I wanted to highlight for you guys is just the perspective in performance against Bitcoin, right? A 4-month high that we reached last week. This is where we kind of tipped the hand towards maybe an altcoin season in the cards. But this is something where XRP and Cardano, for my money, is kind of outpacing the market in a way, kind of leading the trend in terms of altcoins doing well against Bitcoin. Now, this is something where as we talk about it, the returns for XRP today, 15%. This is something where as we talk about the Ripple SEC case concluding, the potential for XRP ETFs, and more so notably, I think that we have a lot of this interest rate cuts priced in from what's going to happen. A lot of people are speculating that the next Fed meeting, we will have a reduction of the interest rates, probably 50 basis points. Who knows? We'll see kind of as we get closer to that date. But this is where you look into XRP kind of released from that regulatory umbrella where we have faced with some suppression in Cardano as well. I think that right now there has been a lot of FUD with Cardano within that misappropriation of the funds early on within Charles Hoskinson and company. And I think that right now as we do get that kind of behind us and we're moving forward, Cardano, I think for my money, it's very intriguing to see why we're seeing capital flow into Cardano. And it's been more explosive than XRP in a shorter period of time. So that really does give me some hope that we may see kind of these trends continue because there really was no reason for Cardano to basically be dormant and stagnant and then all of a sudden explode with no real catalyst for us waiting. So it is nice to see them gain some attention from some of these whales as we continue to trade both of these assets. All right. So that's kind of what I wanted to share with you guys in this video. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Those are my thoughts for Cardano and XRP. Feel free to drop yours down below in the comments, but thank you all for tuning in. Also, if you do want to start trading on BITUNIX, that link for that exchange is down below. And I thank you once more. We'll see you all in the next video. Cheers.